Hi, my name is Andy Avram and I am a naturalist here at Lake Metroparks. And today we are at Hidden Valley Park where we're going to check out the Grand River behind me and learn a little bit about crayfish. So you ready to take a trip down to the water? Let's go. So Ohio has over 20 species of crayfish found in it. The Grand River has less than that, but there's a number of different species. And what good are crayfish in the environment? Well, aside from the fact that a lot of different things eat them, like other fish, snakes, birds, they also do an important job of cleaning up the river. They eat pretty much anything that they can. A lot of dead things, like this dead fish here that I found floating in the river. This is something crayfish would eat a lot of. Plants, algae, dead insects. So crayfish work as an important scavenger in our river systems here. So we talked about crayfish being prey for other animals. We do have one animal in this river that only eats crayfish, and not just any crayfish, but only after they shed their shell. So they're soft shell crayfish, kind of like you would eat a soft shell crab, and that is this guy right here. This is a queen snake. They are an uncommon snake that we have in our rivers, but they can be pretty common along the Grand River. But overall, a pretty uncommon snake. The fact that we have so many in this stretch of the river means high quality, lots of crayfish, and lots of good habitat. So this little queen snake will get about 2 feet long. They are not dangerous to people, but they are dangerous if you are a crayfish that just shed your shell. Alright, so we're down here at the water now. To look for crayfish, what you're going to want to do is look under rocks. That's where they like to hide. So when you look for a crayfish under a rock, you just kind of gently pick up the rock like this, tilting it on one side, take a peek. And no matter what's under there, always make sure you put the rock back the way you found it, because this is the roof of somebody's house, either a crayfish or a fish or some other sort of little invertebrate. So always make sure we put the rocks back after you're done flipping them or looking under them. So let's keep looking at rocks and see what we can find. Alright, so we caught ourselves a little crayfish, and there is a correct and incorrect way of holding them. You don't want to get pinched by the little pinchers that you can see right there. And to help demonstrate how to hold a crayfish, I'm going to ask my assistant to come in here. Come over here. Alright, so when you grab a crayfish, you want to grab them right behind the claws. Alright, come down. Pick them up right behind the claws, and that way his pinchers can't get you. And you just put enough pressure on to hold it. You don't want to squeeze it or anything. And if we're done, we can put him down right here and let him go. Can you put him on the rock? Thank you very much. So that is the correct way to hold a crayfish. Alright, so here we are looking at our crayfish crawling around on the bottom of the stream bed. And crayfish, they have the pinchers at the front, and they look like a little lobster with the lobster tail behind them. And when they're scared, what they're going to do is curl their tail under, flick backwards, and retreat very quickly backwards. And that way when they stop, the pointy end is still facing the danger, the pinchers. So let's spook him just a little bit. You can see how he shot out from behind my hand. And then when he wants to crawl normally, he just kind of heads forward. Alright, I hope you enjoyed our little lesson on crayfish today here at Hidden Valley Park. We'll see you out on the trail sometime, but for now we're going to go look under some more rocks and see what kind of crayfish and other cool things in the river we can find. Ready to go? Yeah. Alright, let's go.